Good morning, internet. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Celina, and today I thought I would film. I filmed a video like this a while back, which was basically a get ready with me video featuring products that I really want to pan in the next 12 months. So I thought this would be a great opportunity because I filmed that video probably 2 years ago. I managed to pan probably a third of them, I think. Can't remember. I was supposed to film an update video, but then I had a baby and then things just got busy. So I'm really hoping I can film an update video for this maybe in a year's time. I don't really know. Maybe a little longer. It might take me a while because I'm so in the depths of reviewing new makeup now. So I don't get to use the makeup that I would typically use on a day-to-day basis if I wasn't doing beauty blog reviews and stuff like that. But there are definitely some products I have in my collection that I really want to pan. They're definitely on the older side, so I'm going to warn you now. Some of them may not be available anymore, but I thought I would set myself the challenge because I don't do project pan videos anymore. I used to, like empties videos, that sort of stuff, but and I love those videos. I kind of feel sad that I don't do them, but the main reason I don't do them is that I just don't like keeping like a bag of used, like old empty products stashed somewhere. I just like to try and keep my environment as clean and as minimalistic as possible, even though behind me it looks kind of chaotic at the moment. It's just, I use this space for a lot of things, so that's why it's so chaotic, but I really need to figure out how to, that's my like lighting setup for planner filming. I need to figure out how to make this a little less unsightly, but I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll paint it white or something like that. Anyways, so I thought I would get ready with me. And I'm eating breakfast at the same time, so it may feel a little bit like discombobulated as I film this video, but I'm going to do the best because I don't have much time. I need to cram in as much as I can with the limited free time that I have. Alright, so the first one is foundation. This is the Colourpop Stix in Fair 27N. It's a little on the darker side for me right now, but this is something I really love this foundation so much. And I really wanted to order a second one, but Colourpop have discontinued this product, so I can't order it anymore. It's probably one of the best stick foundations I own. I really love stick foundations just because they're so convenient, especially when you're like on the go, traveling or anything like that. You don't have to worry about like liquids and anything, even though personally, if I had the luxury of doing my makeup at this desk every single day, I probably would just stick with liquids because I do love the formula, but sticks are just so easy. But this is all I have left. So I've used, I don't know, I don't think you can see how deep that is. Oh yeah, you can. But you can see this is how much foundation I have left. So I'm pretty confident I can finish this up in the next 12 months, and I'll be very sad as well because I can't buy it anymore, but I have plenty of stick foundations to last me a lifetime, so it's all good. I had a similar product in terms of structure last time. I had like an eye primer from Tarte, which I love to death. And I finished it all up. And then what I ended up doing is when I hit the finish line, I ended up scooping out the rest and putting it into like a little container and then using it from there. I just felt like that got me like the most bang for buck. So I might do that. I'm not quite sure. I could. The main reason I did it for that primer is just because that primer was amazing. It was so good. So I'm just going to very roughly apply it all over my face, and then I'll just blend it out. I mean, in person, I'm not sure what it's going to look like in camera, but it is like a little bit warmer than my natural skin tone, but not by that much. And once you blend it out, you can hardly see the difference. Yeah, it's so easy. Oh, I love how simplistic and easy to apply stick foundations are. This is, it looks really bad, but I don't think it's that bad. I don't think this will shake up either. Okay, so the next one I want to pan is this Diorskin Star Concealer. It looks like it's separated, but I don't know. I feel like it's just sunk because I store it this way. I feel like if I store it this way, it would sink down this way. But you can see that I've got a decent dent in this. And I don't think this particular concealer is available anymore, so you know it's on the older side. But I really think I could finish this as well. It's a really nice concealer, so I am a little bit sad that they don't make it. I just wish that these beauty brands would keep some of these amazing products around for a little longer. I'm having so much. I've been having issue with my under eyes recently, so I hope this sits okay. It might feel a little patchy. I never have dry skin under my eyes, like never. And then recently, I have a little bit of like, I don't know, redness that I wasn't quite sure what it was at first. Turned out, I think it might be eczema. It's not itchy or anything. It's just very dry, and it, especially if I haven't slept well or I cried the day before, it now turns out really dry and red. So I think maybe that's just like part of aging, sadly. The next product is this powder. This again is not produced anymore. It's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder. It's a beautiful, finely milled face powder. I love it. Oh, it's so good, and they don't make it because this is a very old product, and I feel like I've used a decent amount. Like, you can definitely see a dip in it, but I still see no pan. So I'm trying to use it as much as I can. The thing is, as I get older, I don't use as much powder. I used to powder my entire face in my 20s and early 30s, but I have definitely noticed that as I get older, I just do very strategic powdering. So usually around the jawline, that's partly because I don't want my hair to get stuck to my face, and then just any spots that are oily. But for the most part, I don't apply powder anymore. So I'm using powder much, much slower than I used to. Like, I used to be able to, you know, those Rimmel face powders, those were my favorite. And I went through like 3 of them in like a few years. Like, they were just so good. But yeah, I just don't use them as much. So this is definitely gonna be a slow burn, but hopefully in 12 months, I'm hoping in 12 months I will make a pretty good dent in this. At least you will be able to see the pan. That's my hope. Next is blush. This one is from LYS. It's actually not that old, and I think you can still get it. It's this beautiful sort of corally shade. It's Kindness. I really like it. I have no issue with the formula. I just don't like the packaging. Like, it's an awkward triangle, and so it's very difficult to store nicely in my makeup drawer or makeup bags. It just takes up a lot of space. So as much as I really love this particular, it's a satin matte cream blush. As much as I love it, I just want to pan it so that I can throw it away, and so it doesn't have to sit in my collection anymore. I don't know. I really love, so far, the little I've tried of the LYS products, I really like them. I just wish that the packaging was a little bit easier to work with. Even though I'm pretty sure the packaging is what makes it so cool and unique because it stands out. But maybe I'll change my mind. Really, I just prefer like square packaging that isn't too big, that just lines up really nicely. Okay. So that's it for face products that I want to pan. I usually put on more than this, but I'm just going to try exclusively using the products that I'm trying to pan. I don't have a particular primer I want to pan, to be honest. Like, I recently started using the Morphe waterproof eye primer. It's good, and I'm probably going to finish up because I don't know, eye primer is just not something that I personally collect or anything. I just buy it when I need it. I might go back to Urban Decay Primer Potion. I just find that a lot of eye primers right now are very expensive for what they are. So, I don't know. Anyways, the next product I really... Actually, before I get to eyeshadow, I should probably do my brows. So, I think I'm pretty much panned this already, so I don't even know if it's worth showing. It's the Too Faced Fluff and Hold. And the reason I also don't even know if it's worth showing is because I already have another one. I have 2 brow products that I rotate in my collection depending on what I'm getting ready for the day. So if I'm going out, like physically out, I will use the, oh, I can't remember the name. I'll put the name somewhere here. It's a beautiful pot honey brow wax. You do need water to activate it. I've used it in a couple of Get Ready With Me in the past. It's so good. I love it, and I probably will forever purchase it, and I hope it just never runs. Like, I hope it never discontinues because it is kind of a staple product for the company. It's the best. However, you do need water to activate it, so you need to kind of be at a sink or willing to walk to a sink, which I'm not. So if I'm in a rush or I'm just working from home and I'm too lazy to get up from my desk, then I will use this one. But I already have another one of these. These are really good, except unlike the other honey pot, this leaves like sometimes white flakes. You have to make sure your brows are clean, otherwise you're gonna pick up product, put it back, and then just like very gunky and bleh. So it's not perfect, and I'm sure I could have found something better, but for now, this is probably my favorite, easy to use, just grab it and go sort of product. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really including it because it's going to finish. I have another one. I'm going to use it. I'm just going to keep using it. It's not something like I'm aiming to pan. However, the one thing I do want to pan is this one. It's the Urban Decay Naked Basics. It's the first, like, the mini palettes that they released ages ago. One of the reasons is that for me, like, something broke off at the hinge somewhere. I can't see it now. Ugh, it's so grimy as well. But one of the hinges broke off, so it doesn't actually close anymore. Oh yeah, it's just here. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's like snapped off, and so it doesn't lock, and so it has the potential to just get very messy. So you can see it doesn't look very, it looks used, but it doesn't look like it's close to hitting pan anywhere. So that is my goal. I'm going to try and use this any day I am not testing out or experimenting with other eyeshadows. I'm going to be using this one because the colors are perfect. Let's be honest, that is so great for a neutral eye. I use this for going to work. It's perfect. So I'm definitely going to work really hard at trying to pan this as best I can, especially the two colors here, Foxy and WOS. I don't know what that stands for, because they're great all over the lid colors. Very, very perfect for that. Unfortunately, I don't use all the shades here every day, so I think it's going to pan unevenly, but that's okay. I think if I can maybe pan like at least half, so maybe like at least 3 of the colors, that will be like a good accomplishment for me. That's pretty much all I'm going to use. I'm going very light makeup today because I actually am planning to go out. But yeah, I think the 3 shades that I'm probably going to pan are going to be probably Foxy, WS, and Naked 2. Those are the 3 that I use the most. Sometimes I'll use Faint and Crave if I want to deepen, or if I want to highlight, I'll use Venus. But I have a feeling those 3 won't get panned very soon because I don't use them very much. So that is on the list. I don't know if I featured this one in my last Get Ready With Me project pan, and if I have, shame on me for having this for so long, but it works. And I know that a lot of people are very picky about like getting rid of their makeup when the expiry date is up. I am not. If it looks okay, it smells okay, the texture feels fine, and I'm not like breaking out from it or anything, I'll keep using it because makeup is expensive. But this one is the Clinique brush on cream liner. I've always been a huge fan of gel liners. Huge fan. I don't think I'll ever stop using them. I just love them, and I've been through so many different pots. I've been through the MAC Fluid line, which is really great. I had an Estee Lauder one that I finished up a while back. Giorgio, not Giorgio Armani, Bobbi Brown. Bobbi Brown's probably the best one, to be honest. And I would always have it in my rotation, except these dry out pretty fast if you're not constantly using them. So I tend to only have one in rotation at any one time. But you can see there's a decent, I still have a long way to go. It's like not even close to hitting pan, but I'm going to be very focused on it and try and use it up because I think I've had this for a while now, and I also would love to try some other products. Alright, next product I want to pan, but also I don't even know if I should mention it because mascara is not a product I have an issue finishing up. There are some products that I just never have issue finishing up because I don't tend to buy multiples of them. I think because of the nature of how quickly they finish or how like functional they are for me, I just buy what I need, use it up, and then buy what I need. Whereas eyeshadows and foundations and blushes and powders, those tend to be more like things I aim to pan because I do buy multiples of them, and I just want to like really finish them up as much as I can. But then a new one comes out, or I want to review this or something. Like, it's always shiny and they take so much longer to finish. So that's the reason those get more highlighted in Project Pan videos. But this one is the Maybelline The Falsies. It's a really nice The Falsies Lash Lift. So I got this because I'm a big fan of the original Falsies. Is this a waterproof version? I'm a big fan of the original Falsies, which I feel is like a kind of a dupe of Lancome Hypnose, which is my all-time favorite mascara. So I tried this out. It's not as volumizing as I would like it to be, but it's not bad. And I'm pretty much finished with it. It's quite, I've had it for a while now, and it's not dried out, it just doesn't apply as well. I don't know if that's because it has dried out, even though the formula feels quite liquid to me still. I don't know whether I'm just at the end of the formula. Maybe that's more it. I'm about to finish it up. Okay, last product for Project Pan. I feel like a lot of what I'm showing is just broken makeup. That's why I want to finish it up. This is the Colourpop Glowing Lip in Celina. I can't even read it. You can see the writing's kind of worn off. This featured in a Colourpop haul I did about a year or two ago. I really love the Colourpop Glowing Lip. I just don't use lip products as extensively as I used to because I'm always eating and drinking, and then it rubs off and then I feel like it's pointless. So I feel like it's more justifiable to use it if I'm going out and trying to look nice, but that doesn't really happen very often for me in this season of life. So I think that's why it's taking a while for me to finish. I usually use this when I go to work. And one of the reasons, you can see this is how much I have left, which is probably about the halfway mark. And the main reason is just because the lid is all kind of cracked. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. So it doesn't close very well. Like, it could easily just come loose, and it has come loose a couple times in my purse. So I just want to finish it up so I don't potentially make a mess. Lip product for me is really hard to finish for all the things I mentioned before. And also because for some reason, even though I don't use them very often, I love buying lip products, especially like anything like moisturizing, hydrating. Like I recently, not so recently, but probably 6 months ago, got those Fenty Gloss Stick Bombs. These ones, they're so good. I love them. And I still have so much to go. But these are so amazing. I want to buy them in all the different colors. And then I'm like, Celina, when are we going to use these? No. Oh, actually, before I show you this one, the other one that I wanted to pan, also another Colourpop product, is this one. You can see it's so tiny. It used to be so much bigger. This is the Colourpop Lip Pencil, Lippie pencil in another round. So I love using if I'm going to use a lip product, I will mostly use a lip pencil because I find them that they don't transfer as easily, and they still look really great, especially if I'm working from home and I just want to like look presentable on camera. I'll usually use these. And they're great. So I'll usually try to line my lips first and then I'll apply the lip glow. But yeah, you can see it is like close to being finished. I don't quite know where the color stops, but I'm going to just keep using it until it's finished. So this is definitely on my goals. It has, for those curious, a bit of a vanilla scent. And those are all the products that I really hope I can finish or at least pan in the next 12 months. I think finish is the better goal, but I don't think that's going to be possible with some of the powder products I showed you today, like the blush and the face powder and the eyeshadow palette. I think getting to pan is probably a more realistic goal for me. But if I can finish them, hey, that would be amazing. So anyways, I will link all these products down below, or at least mention their names. I think half of them are not available anymore, so there's not much point sharing any link, but I will list them all down below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.